the choices might be: covers the oldest member of society, established before Medicare, covers only hospitalization, requires means test for eligibility. 52, what is known as the country's ownership and administration of health care facilities and services where all citizens receive care. What's that called? Is it national health insurance, national health care, national health plan, or national health service? Number 53, which concept means that every United States citizen will receive health care benefits at the same rate and without regard to economic status? Is that called single pay, universal coverage, portability, or comprehensive? Chapter 8. Chapter 8 is on schools. Number 54. The legislation mandating that appropriate public education be provided for all children with disability requires that programs do what? Are they offered to all children with AIDS? Are they in the immediate neighborhood of the child? Are they available in the least restrictive environment? Are they located in segregated special education facilities? Select the correct. Number 55, schools where coordinated community activities are delivered on-site are called full-service schools, charter schools, alternative schools, primary social work settings. Number 56, which of the following terms refers to the concept of keeping all children together in the same classroom by modifying the environment to meet the need of all, as opposed to removing the child wholly or partially for periods of the school day? Is that called most restrictive, segregation, M-teams, or full inclusion, or mainstream? Number 57, which of the following is the primary reason that social work is secondary in school settings? Because there are more teachers than social workers, because some social workers have responsibility for several schools, because the primary purpose of schools is education of children, or because social workers are funded by a secondary budget. Number 58, the model of teaching children whose native language is not English through immediately plunging the student into intensive coursework to get them up to grade level in English and into regular classrooms as quickly as possible is called what? A bilingual model, an English as a second language model, sheltered English immersion model, ESI, or integrative model. Number 59, alternative schools operate outside of the regular public system. True or false? Number 60, in relation to school social work, what is an M-team? So you will look at the things that I've written down there and select by definition what an M-team is. Number 61, zero tolerance in schools means that a student must be expelled from school for a calendar year if caught carrying a weapon in school. True or false? Number 62, no child left behind law, NCLB, has to do with social promotion, passed to the next grade in school without regard to the student's academic achievement. True or false? Number 63, social emotional learning involves recognizing emotions and regulating response to stress. True or false? Number 64, which is chapter 9. This is on substance abuse. 64, the history of social work profession in the substance abuse field began with the early social work pioneer. And I'm going to give you Adams, Richmond, Dix, and Lathrop. You select the right. The most abused substance, and I'm going to give you steroids, cocaine, tranquilizers, alcohol. You select the correct. Number 66, which must one do before developing an intervention plan for people who abuse substances? And I'll give you evaluate the client, make an assessment, develop a treatment plan, get all the substances out of the environment. You select the right one. Number 67, despite the perception of the public, use of illicit drugs in the United States has done what? Become a larger problem for law enforcement, increased solely, declined markedly, increased markedly. Number 68, which of the following is true about Alcoholics Anonymous? I will give you 4 statements about AA, and you will decide which one. Number 69, according to the DSM-4 TR criteria, what is characterized by compulsive drinking that produces such symptoms as a tolerance for alcohol, withdrawing from it, ineffective efforts to cut back on its use, and failure to change the drinking behavior despite evidence that it's causing serious difficulty? Is that called dependence, abuse, alcoholism, or reactive alcoholism? You'll select. Number 70, a condition where abnormalities in children are caused by heavy alcohol consumption during pregnancy is known as cross-addiction, fetal alcohol, codependency, alcohol withdrawal syndrome. 71, the model used in Europe and Australia for substance abuse is called harm reduction model, 12-step model, complete abstinence model, mental health model. 72, it is estimated that only a small portion of this addicted group receives services. Who is that? Children, older adults, women, or men? Chapter 10, social work with older adults. The coordination of care, this is number 73. The coordination of care is called what? Continuum of care, case management, advocacy, or counseling. 74, of all the following adult populations are especially likely to be poor except, and I will give you women, African American, Hispanics, and white men. Number 75, in-home services to older adults include all of the following except yard work and house cleaning, volunteer services, congregate meals, and telephone monitoring. Number 76, recognition of the preference of most older adults to maintain independence as long as possible has led to the concept of what? Least direct care, lifelong care, continuum of care, respite care. Number 77, the type of financial assistance that was designed to minimize the stigma of applying for government-provided welfare and was targeted at helping the elderly, blind, and disabled is known as the Social Security Act, Medicare, Supplemental Security Insurance, SSI, or Medicaid. Number 78, which model are social workers encouraged to use when working with persons who are aging that assist them to use and develop coping skills through consciousness raising, education, and support? Is it known as the restrictive environment model? Is it known as the empowerment model, the positive thinking power model, or dignity of risk model? Just like. Which of the following statements is not true? And I will give you several statements about older people, and you'll pick the one that's not true. Which of the following is an expression of the idea of least restrictive? And I will give you several statements, 4 statements. You'll tell me which of is the best statement reflecting least restrictive. Chapter 11, Social Work and Criminal Justice. Number 81, community service sentencing for an offender is what? And I will give you those definitions. You'll select the correct one. 82, a misdemeanor is a serious crime while a felony is a relatively minor crime. And that's a true or false question. Number 83, the 3 major components of the American criminal justice systems are known as the 3 C's. So do the 3 C's stand for cases, cops, and criminals, criminals, courts, and cells, courts, cops, and corrections, or the 3 types of cases, civil, criminal, and constitutional. There you go. Number 84, the term probation refers to what? And I will give you 4 statements, and you will select the correct one. Number 85, the term parole refers to something. I will give you the definitions, and then you will select the right definition. Number 86, in communities where police social workers are available, they perform all of the following except there's something that they don't do, and then you'll pick the one. Number 87, one of the common roles performed by social workers employed in the court system is, and I will give you 4 functions, and you'll select the correct one. Number 88, the part of the NASW Code of Ethics Code that presents a dilemma for social workers because they are required by the courts to testify regarding their contacts with offenders and report any new or suspected offenses is what? Is it client determination, coercion, confidentiality, or conflict of interest? You'll select it. Number 89, a key function of the social worker who acts as a probation agent and parole officer is to do what? And I will give you 4 suggestions. Number 90, group work has been found to be particularly effective in all settings except, and then I will give you things like adversarial court sessions, prison facilities, offenders outside of prison settings, community-based group homes for adolescent offenders. There's one of these that it doesn't work well, and you're to select which one. Chapter 12, number 91. Which of the following is not defined as a type of developmental disability? I will give you things like intellectual disability, person injured midlife due to an auto accident, cerebral palsy, epilepsy. Which one is not? Number 92, which of the following is not a cause of intellectual disability in children? A genetic disorder, a depression in the mother, injury at birth, a drug taken by the mother during her pregnancy. Number 93, which of the following is not a major category of developmental? And I'll list a bunch of them. Crohn's disease, cerebral palsy, autism, TBI, traumatic brain injury. Number 94, children who have this disability are often described as being in a world of their own. Is that cerebral palsy? Is that hearing problem? Is that autism? Or is that a learning disability? Number 95, some of the causes of this developmental disability include infections to the mother during pregnancy, insufficient oxygen reaching the fetus, premature birth, lacks of oxygen to the baby during birth, blood diseases, and other birth defects. That's a definition of what? Intellectual disability, autism, cerebral palsy, or epilepsy. Number 96, the highest level of care for developmental disabilities is what? Large institutions, true or false? Chapter 13. Chapter 13, number 97. The term globalization means which of the following? Does it mean interconnectedness of all regions and people of the world? Does it mean people who immigrated to different parts of the world? Does it mean world exploration? Or does it mean international demographics? Number 98. The 4 demographic trends that currently have the greatest impact on social work are, and I will give you 4. Increasing dominance of minority groups, continued growth of the United States population, the growth of the underclass, the graying of America. Okay. Number 99, employment at or near minimum wage, often part-time and without benefits, is known as unemployment, underemployment, overemployment, negative employment. Number 100, women earn equal pay for the same job that men do. True or false? Number 101, I have listened to all the video assignments online required for this class. True or false? You can skip any one, except 101. And that's based on your honesty. You want to lie to me? Lie.
So we can't get them wrong.
It'll be wrong, because it should be true. Okay? There you have it. That is the test. All 100 of them.
Can you email?